So me and Wack talked about this, but how do you feel about Swamp Storiez clowning LA for having a low murder rate? And from his perspective, LA's whole gang culture being really defined by the podcasting. This is a narrative that Swamp Storiez is trying to advance. Obviously, him sort of craving death and destruction in Los Angeles. A lot of people are like, oh, that's unseemly. We do not appreciate that. We would love to have a low murder rate. What's your perspective on him taking that perspective?
Murder rates are low everywhere. Just because LA's not competing with the top for the murder rate, like that's actually straight. And then it's like, go get you a house in the middle of what's going on. I bet you if Swamp Storiez was right there with his Ring app and the motherfucking Citizens app, he wouldn't be talking like that.
Well, look, let's also look at this. Those statistics are a little bit skewed considering that's literally referring to just the city of Los Angeles. When there's several of the most dangerous and active municipalities within Southern California and the LA region are not actually quote unquote Los Angeles. That means all the stats of Compton, Inglewood, Long Beach, they're not counting those when that's specifically referring to Los Angeles.
But even all the LA people that moved out to the IE, don't think that's not LA damage going on out there. That ain't just strictly IE work. Like, it's a lot of people that been moved down there and started to marry. Like, you know what I'm saying?
1,000%.
Like it's really going on down here. And the fact that, what is he saying? The Bay is way worse?
That's basically what he's doing. He's trying to like pit LA against, Memphis or, certain parts of Florida or wherever he feels like, or like Stockton. Like, he'll see like a murder taking place in Stockton and then he'll be like, damn, they really be getting busy in Stockton. Yeah. It's not like LA where everybody just be podcasting.
Yeah, over dick ride every time. We get into it about that all the time in his comments.
Yeah, but
yeah, I'm one of the ones that be like, the fuck are you talking about?
But Stockton is more dangerous than LA. Like, Stockton is like,
it's also ridiculously tiny.
Yeah.
There's nothing there. It's like a little meth town in the cut.
It's literally like their equivalent to San Bernardino.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Which is also more dangerous in LA.
And it's more dangerous than San Francisco and Oakland too, right?
Right.
Okay.
You feel me? Like those towns on the outskirts.
I just was in the Bay this weekend. I was gonna go over there to Stockton, but I'm like, damn, that shit's far from the Bay.
It's like a 45-minute drive, isn't it?
More. Yeah, it's like an hour plus.
Yeah, like it's like an hour and some change. Like, I was driving on the 580 past Oakland and stuff for going back home for like maybe 40 minutes, and then I saw like 680 to Stockton and Tracy or whatever city was,
or like
right
the 4 or whatever.
Yeah, I think it was like the 680 or something.
Okay.
Not to be, and it was still like a long way. I'm like, man, I ain't going that way.
No,
and I ain't even tripping. I was just gonna go link up with some people just to show people, like, you know what I'm saying, we good everywhere. And I definitely was gonna go to Nightingale just to show them, like, I'm not finna beef with y'all hood over no. You know what I mean? No internet shit.
No, that's good. That's a good act of solidarity. But if you like that murder statistic list, there's always towns on there that you've never even heard of because it be the little cities outside. Like, people talk about East St. Louis, Illinois, which is outside of St. Louis, Missouri. Yeah. St. Louis dangerous as a motherfucker. Yeah. But then that little city right there is stupid active, and there's other cities in Illinois that are
on the other side of the bridge.
That you've never even heard of. But of course, people be like, Baltimore, St. Louis, like, so, Swamp Storiez, I get it, but nah.
But why? My whole thing is, if you ain't in the field, why do you want to see more murders? So your content could go up. My whole thing is, what are you politicking for? Like, I can't wait till how close is he to 1 million subscribers? Because he said that he's coming out.
The more he leans into the, like, I'm gonna emphasize how you guys are all bitches, the more I'm like, maybe just keep your face to yourself. Because for me, he's able to take on this persona that nobody else is going to take on, where it's like, oh, I'm a YouTuber and I'm like encouraging everybody to kill each other. Yeah. Which, listen, it's entertaining. Like, when you see those Instagram, it's like, it's hard not to talk about it. Yeah. But it's like, it's stuff that none of us would ever like encourage or say because we're conscious of how we're being perceived. And it's like, that shit has even been taken to another level because now you have these sort of like West Coast beef pages on Instagram that are like like someone will get killed and they're mocking the fuck out of them in the description of the video and making fun of what gang they're from or what area they're from, and it's just like, whoa, like if you're anonymous, you're able to like play a character on the internet that nobody else would sign up to be. And I feel like he's kind of made his choice of like, I'm gonna be the dude who's so antagonistic that nobody could imagine.
Did you see him troll? What city was he in when he was trolling? One day he was in Frisco, and everywhere that the boy said that he was at, he fucking took a picture right there, like fucking moments later. Like, yeah, because to me, I feel like they're looking for a white boy. I feel like he's like a
Asian or something.
Yeah, something different than white. So, and then he's probably dressed like a fucking tourist with a camera around his neck and all that shit. So, that was pretty funny though.
Yeah, that full.
You didn't catch on to that one?
Wait, explain again. I'm trying to like write the title for this live stream while we're having this conversation. Which it's fine. I'm just trying to figure out what the main topics are. Fulio's killers exposed. Okay, I think we're good.
Yeah, this fool took a picture in front of this the Sunnydale projects.
Yeah, he was in the projects. That's what I'm like. He was trolling some dude in San Francisco, and they was supposed to meet up for a fade. He like, you ain't like that. I'm right here. And then he'd take a picture right there, like I was right there. Nobody's outside.
And then then there's like stories leaking that he got touched and like all of that.
Yeah. That he got his ass whipped, and he's like, yeah, that wasn't Swamp Stories. He's never lacking or something.
Yeah, he's playing along with the game because there's been like multiple people trying to expose him. Like honestly, it's pretty unprecedented for him to not be exposed because this typically ends like somebody always knows and somebody's always willing to rat you out.
Yeah,
but he has yet to like get exposed at all. It's kind of interesting.
Do you think that his content is somewhat like a descendant of the Warren Chirac era, early act?
I feel like there's tons of people who are basically doing that.
I mean, that is like I'm not saying he's directly derivative of that, but he's like a descendant of that lineage, right?
Yeah, totally.
I feel like that he does this in the privacy of his home, and he never trolls when his friends are around. I feel like this is a dude whose friends don't even know that he's Swamp Story.
Maybe, but if that's his real,
we don't know who Flacco is on his other.
But
pages.
listen, if wait, is that real?
For sure.
If that is really his voice, for sure, there's people that are like, oh yeah, that's so and so, right? Like
he's got to be altered. He sounds like Michelangelo from the original Ninja Turtles cartoon. That's not his.
You think?
Voice.
You don't?
Like,
I don't think that there's like effects on that voice.
AI voice.
No, I don't think it's an AI voice, but I do think he's changing his cadence and tone. Welcome to Swamp Stories.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Okay. So you think if you were making these videos doing that voice right there, that nobody would know? Because I'm gonna be honest, that voice you just did, I can't imagine myself watching the video and being like, "That's Lush. That's secretly Lush."
Right.
I don't know.
Because I have such a distinct tone, it would be easier to bust me out than other people probably. But yeah, I think it's pretty. You could disguise it, and if you don't use any similar language or just cadence of speech,
you'd have to be careful.
Because you could tell, like, can't you guys tell sometimes when you read a comment if it's on a burner or like you could tell who it is by the cadence of the text. Like,
that's why I've never been willing to have like a fake Reddit account or a fake like I've never had like a fake trolling account because I just assume someone will figure it out, and B, I don't trust myself to like not expose myself through the things that I say. Like I feel like just little pieces of language would expose it.
No, Lush has been a legend for decades.